Hey guys, and welcome to my basement. This is my workshop where I build all kinds of RC stuff. Tonight I'm going to make a video for you guys on how to build a water bottle rocket. Now, water bottle rockets are really easy to build. They're really inexpensive because all you're using is recycled bottles. So you're going to need at least one 2-liter bottle. Two is good, and basically maybe some 1-liter bottles. The one I'm going to build tonight is going to be made of a 2-liter bottle and 3 1-liter bottles, um, because that's what I had on hand. Some other materials you're going to need also are scissors and or an X-Acto knife, hot glue gun and hot glue, and clear packaging tape. This stuff is amazing. Um, so the first thing we're going to do is on the 2-liter bottle that is going to be the pressure chamber. This is going to be the thing that is filled with water and pressurized with air that gives you the thrust to reach an altitude. First thing to do is cut off the label of the bottle. So you can either do this with an X-Acto knife or scissors, like so. These things they're glued on at one point, so you won't be able to peel all of it off. It just doesn't matter. It's all cool. So that is not going to hurt a thing. The big thing is you do not want to puncture these bottles in any way. I've seen kids who try to cut this bottle, glue or tape another bottle on top of it to make a larger pressure chamber. You will never ever be able to seal that up. So you want one bottle where you do not cut it at all. Now, that being said, we do, for this bottle in particular, need to remove this little, put it up to the camera there, uh, that little ring that was on the bottom of the cap when it was first opened. Now, here's how I do it. You have to be very, very careful about this. I'll take an X-Acto knife and I'll kind of, with the blade flat, I'll push it up under and then I'll rotate it so the blade is pointing outward 90 degrees to the bottle. And I don't push that way. I just rotate it through like that. And it breaks the ring and it's off. Now you have to be very, very careful because if you push forward, you're going to end up stabbing yourself in the finger like I did there earlier, if you can see that. So be very careful. Next, just keeping it inflated, you're going to want to take another bottle. It doesn't matter if it's another 2-liter bottle or if it's a 1-liter bottle. The thing is, we're going to build a rocket of about, I don't know, at least 3 feet long, or at least around a meter long. What you're going to want to do with your second bottle is either using scissors, I'm going to use the X-Acto knife, puncture, get it started, and then in this particular case, and with most bottles I've ever seen, there's a ring around the base. Just follow that ring around with your scissors and cut off the bottom. Like that. And this is going to mount on that. Now, here's something to think about. This particular bottle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, I don't know what you call them, lobes on the bottom. It's not a smooth bottom. Some do have a smooth bottom. This one doesn't because it's a Coke bottle. This has 5 of those lobes, and they really mesh well. So that is very helpful in terms of getting it to mount in place. You might have this situation, you might not, depending on what brand of soda bottle you have. What you want to do is think about, is it better to mount it like this with the lobes, or is it better to cut off the bottom and mount it like that? In this particular case with the Coke bottle, it's definitely better to keep the lobes intact and mesh them like this. So what I'm going to do is take some packaging tape. And it's always a challenge to find the end. There we go. And I'm not going to take enough to wrap around the whole thing. In fact, what I'm going to do is put these two together so the lobes are kind of interlocking. And I'm going to take this piece and tape it down vertically like that. Then I'm going to take another piece, stand it up, making sure that this particular bottle is in line with the bottom bottle. Spin it around pretty much about halfway. Doesn't have to be exact. And then put another piece on, like that, so that it holds it pretty well in place. And then I can take my tape and go around the outside perimeter of the bottles, like so. And actually, in this case, I'm finding it better to break the tape because it wasn't going around very smoothly. It was starting to wrinkle up and just not giving the type of the strength of the bond that I would want. So then I'm going to lay it a little bit more on and go around. I'm used to cutting the tape with my teeth. It works really well, but if you're not used to that, it's probably better to use scissors to cut it. So anyway, I'm just kind of taking and I'm squeezing the tape into place, and that makes a really, really strong connection between those two, and it's only held by tape. Next, the bottle that I cut the bottom out of, I'm going to put over top of this one. Now, I don't want to push it down too far because it will go down pretty far. I just want to go over the shoulder of the neck of the one below, and I'm going to grab a piece of PVC that I can use as a guide to keep everything lined up so that when I tape it on, you have a nice, really straight rocket. So I'll be right back as soon as I find that piece. The heck with that? Where's that thing at? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there it is. Bam. So as I put this bottle and the final bottle on the rocket, what I'm going to do is slide this in through the necks, and that'll line everything up nice. But before I do that, I have to cut the bottom out of this one as well. Same way I did with the middle one. There we go. That's going to slide over like that. This is going to slide through this cap, this cap, or this opening, and the final opening. And as long as you are down over, it's kind of hard to see on the video camera, but as long as you are down about half an inch at least from where the top rounds off to the side, you're good to go. So then you take some tape, wrap it around, make one complete revolution around, and cut. Boom. The midsection is now on, and all I have to do is the last section, the nose section, if you will, around with the tape, and then cut. Boom. Alright. Pull that out, and you have a perfectly straight, or at least darn close, water bottle rocket. The next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put fins on this. And the fins will go on the pressure chamber. And to do that, we'll use Dollar Tree foam board, we'll use hot glue, and we'll use more of the amazing packaging tape. And I'll be right back for that in a minute.